Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all the viewers out there, whether you are in the United States or in Europe or in Asia. So, welcome to the Friday Talk Show with the Global Electronics and with your host Rajiv Kulkarni. I'm based here in Dallas, Texas, and it's a Central Standard Time here in the United States at 9 a.m. in the morning. And welcome to the show. As you know, in every Friday, we bring in some topic about the electronics manufacturing and that relates to electronics community. And it's basically the sharing of the wealth of knowledge of technology experts in this industry. And we try to bring into you every Friday at this hour. And basically, a lot of technology experts, whether it can be the engineers, the process engineers, the designers, or maybe I would say quality people, quality control people, or the industry quality labs, and so on and so forth, they get involved. And today's topic is a very interesting topic. As you all know, that we published that on the poster as well as in the YouTube description. So after the show, the YouTube link is still valid and you can use it to watch the show later on at your leisure, because sometimes it is quite challenging to sit and watch continuously for 30 to 40 minutes. So you can watch it in bits and pieces. So let's start today's show. And I would like to mention that today's topic is conformal coatings in electronics manufacturing. Conformal coatings is definitely a very, very important product, I would say, because it's highly and very important integral part of electronics manufacturing. They are basically a thin protective layers applied to electronic components and printed circuit boards to shield them from environmental stresses, like it can be moisture or chemicals or temperature extremes or maybe some contamination. And these coatings help ensure the reliability and longevity of electronic devices. So, with that said, conformal coating definitely plays a very, very important role. And every PCB assembly manufacturing companies, or we can call it as electronics manufacturing services, or in EMS or contract manufacturers, they tend to use conformal coatings on their PCB assembly boards. So today we have Mr. ANILRAJ, who is a technology expert, who is the head of process as well as the engineering plus the equipment engineering department in the SF4 Technologies, which is based in Cochin or Kochi, which is a part of a southern state of India, which is called Kerala. It's also known as God's own country or something like that. So Mr. Anil Raj is a highly knowledgeable individual. He has been on our show a few times already on addressing various subjects in the electronics manufacturing. Today, we are going to talk with him about the conformal coating with this definitely expert knowledge that he would share with us. So let's welcome Mr. Anil Raj. Anil Raj carries wealth of experience, as I mentioned, and let's welcome him, and then we'll continue our talk show today. Welcome to the show, Mr. Anil Raj. Good evening to you. How are you this evening?
Doing good, I'm doing good now.
Very nice, very nice, very nice to know that, because as we all say that everybody should be doing good, should be happy, so that we can work peacefully, we can work very positively to have a better result in whatever we do in life.
Exactly.
So, and Mr. Anil Raj, I know that you have been associated with the company SF4 Technologies, which is a part of Nest Group. And
Right.
can you tell a little bit about the company, please?
Okay, so good morning and good evening to everyone. As he mentioned that myself, Fadil Raj, heading process and equipment engineering function at SFO Technology. Actually, the SFO Technology is a flagship company of Nest Group and a company based in the southern region of India and is established in 1990. So SFO specialize in developing solutions for electronics manufacturing area. So it is a delivering comprehensive ODM plus solution across a range of industries, including aerospace, defense, communication, medical, energy and industrial, then transportation. So we have design and development center for both electronics, mechanical, and optic fiber. Then we have manufacturing facilities in India and US. So India also we have both in Bangalore and Kochi. So I would like to thank Mr. Raju Kulkarni for giving me this opportunity today to speak in this forum on the topic of confirmed recording.
Absolutely, sir. Welcome again to the show. And as viewers, you heard just from him that SFO has facilities in the US as well as in India. They have the place I mentioned earlier in Kerala, as well as also in Bangalore, which is the
Right.
Silicon Valley of India. So, Anilraj, sir, let's start with our topic. Conformal coatings in
Right.
electronics manufacturing. Let's start with the basic. What is actually conformal coating and why conformal coating is required for electronics product?
Okay. So as you know that, so the modern electronic assemblies are increasing, expected to serve the hostile operating environments and work reliability in conditions of prolonged high temperature in the presence of thermal shock and high humidity. And again, where these assemblies may be subjected to condensation, corrosive agents, or other type of chemical attack. So, despite this, weight-saving measures have reduced the robustness. That therefore, the protective properties, basically the enclosures, are reduced now. A conformal coating provide, and in this case, a conformal coating provide that essential secondary line of defense beyond the that of the enclosure. So this conformal coating is a thin protective layer applied to
Hmm.
electronic circuit boards and components to protect them from the environmental damage. The environmental damage means it can be because of moisture and humidity, dust and dirt, the chemical contaminations or corrosive environments, temperature extremes. So these are the some of the cause for the environment damage. So this conformal coating protect the PCB assemblies like a moisture protection. So it
Yeah.
prevents short circuit, corrosion caused by humidity, condensation, or water exposure. Because normally the entire atmosphere is humidified,
Humidity.
right? So that
Yeah.
because of this, the PCB is actually a hygroscopic nature, so which absorbs moisture. So this will prevent the conformal coating prevent that. Then
Hmm.
dust and debris shielding. This will be another requirement for this. Then it will block dust, dirt, or airborne contamination from interfering with the circuit function. Then the chemical resistance that it protect against the exposure to harsh chemical, solvent, and vapors found in the industrial and automotive environment.
Wow.
Then we, yeah, like you know that, right? So there are
Yes.
so many industrial automotive environment produce so many uh,
Yes.
chemicals, so that this conformal coating will resist that. Then thermal stability, we don't know where that particular product will be installed. Right, it can be installed in the normal atmosphere, or it can be in the AC environment. We don't know the product. That's why the conformal coating need to be applied for almost all the cases. Then thermal stability. So other
Hmm.
point is thermal stability, which maintain the insulation and performance in extreme temperatures or sudden thermal changes. So when there's a sudden thermal changes, then it will protect this particular PCBs. Then it
PCBs.
will act as a, yeah, it will act as a electrical insulation. Like it will prevent arcing or because leakage current, voltage breakdown. between the closely spaced conductors. Now, because of the miniaturization in the production, so most of the product having very close spaced conductors. So, because of this, there may be some leakage current. So, this particular conformal coating will prevent that. Then again, the fungal and the corrosive protection, especially it is important in humidity conditions environment. So there is chance for mold and corrosion can form on this. This conformal coating will protect that. Then some other cases it will protect the mechanical and because of the vibration. So vibration and mechanical stress it will reduce that. Whenever the this particular boards need to be used in the uh, vibrating conditions, so this will reduce the stress. That is
Hmm.
again one of the use for this conformal coating. Again, it will be to get a reliability in the harsh environment because aerospace or military application or automotive marine application, we need to get a consistent operation, right? So this will ensure the consistent operation in these sectors. So these are some of the applications where the conformal coating is required. This is the main requirement for the conformal coating process.
Okay, excellent, excellent. What are like different types of conformal coatings?
Uh, like in order to achieve a long service lifespan for the product in the harsh environmental conditions or where the situation like there is so many debris or so many chemicals, in that case so many aspects need to be considered like so many potential causes like corrosion and
Hmm.
condensation conditions, or the boards will be installed in the water, or that the tin whisker formation. So these potential costs need to be considered. While considering this can be where there are different type of conformal coating. Like one is an acrylic based conformal coating. That is a common use conformal coating, mainly used in almost all the applications like consumable, consumer product, everything. The advantage of using this acrylic resin is it is easy to apply and it can be easy to rework that. And it has a good moisture and humidity resistance, this particular conformal coating. And the small disadvantage for this acrylic is it has limited chemical and abrasion resistance. So
Hmm.
normally you know that so many like currently we are using one HMC 1B30, 1B73, like that type of conformal coating we are using it here. So that is a one type. The second type conformal coating is silicon resin, which has high temperature resistance, which is flexible, durable, and it has a good moisture and a corrosion protection. So where the corrosion or moisture protection is very critical, in that case, the silicon resins can be used. But it is little bit difficult to remove that. That is a
Hmm.
one of more. Wherever the thickness is more, conformal coating thickness is more, in that case also the silicon can be used. So then another one is a polyurethane type, urethane resin. So urethane resin is very strong. That is very strong for chemical and solvent resistance. And it has a good abrasion resistance also. But it is very difficult. Once it is conformal coating is applied, it is very difficult to remove because the rework is a very challenging process in this case. So this is used in military applications or where the chemical exposed environments are more. Then polyurethane chemicals are more suitable. Then epoxy
Hmm.
resin. That's the fourth one is epoxy resin. Epoxy resin is very hard, but because of that, it's very difficult to remove it once it is done.
Hmm.
It rework on that particular product is very difficult. It is very brittle and it doesn't have any flexibility, but it will give more. It have all the excellent protection against chemical or moisture or mechanical stress. It has a good protection. It will give the good excellent protection on this. But the disadvantage is, as I said, it's very difficult to remove that. The
Hmm.
fourth one is a very the fifth one is a very expensive one. That is parline coating. Parallel coding,
Parallel,
different
yeah,
parallel
yeah.
C, D, F, different type of conformal coding as coding is available. We just then normally the all other cases it is like a normal the conformal coding material is either applied onto the product, but in this case this is a vapor. So this
Okay,
is applied via vapor phase deposition.
okay,
Since this is a vapor, this is applied by a vapor phase deposition. A thin layer of coating can be applied on this. This is very suited for moisture, chemical, and solvent protection. It doesn't have the normally the conformal coating. Once the conformal coating is applied, there will be so many defects. So in this case, like mainly this is a pinhole. That type
yeah,
of defects can be completely eliminated when we do the paralleling coating. But this is very expensive, and this can be used only for medical or aerospace or where the high frequency electronics is required. That case, this type of conformal coating can be applied. So
okay. So
altogether, one is acrylic, silicon, polyurethane, then epoxy, and parallel. These are the different type of conformal
conformal
coating that need
coating.
to be applied on the applications, right?
So how they are applied? Is it like by spray method or how?
Conformal coating is applied or can be applied on product in different methods. Like as was
Hmm.
mentioned here, brushing is one of the method. Yes, the brushing can be done with a small brush. To ensure that we need to have a ESD safe brush. That's the only requirement.
Right.
So brushing can be whenever there is a prototype product or the volume is very light, very less, or we need to apply the conformal coating only on a small areas. Then yes, brushing can be done because this is purely labor dependent.
Okay.
Uh, but the thickness cannot be maintained in this case. That is the brushing. Then second one is spraying. Nowadays, conformal coating is available in aerosol can so that either aerosol can be used or spray gun. So the conformal coating, like a normal paint booth. In the paint booth, what they will do is they will pour the paint into the small drum, and into
Right.
this air is connected, right? So the
Right.
same process can be done for the conformal coating also. So again, here also operator skill is dependent in this case.
Hmm.
Because of that, we cannot ensure the uniform thickness on the entire PCB. For this, there are different type of method. Like this need to be done at 90 degrees. Then after that, the board need to be tilted. Then we need to do 180-degree. Like this, multiple manual spraying need to be done to get a required thickness and a uniformity on the thickness process. That's the second method. Third one is a dipping. The conformal coating can be dipped into a coating tank and withdrawn at a controlled speed.
Hmm.
That's another method. But
Hmm.
this can be used for high volume product. High
Yeah.
volume, whenever there's a high volume or a simple board geometry, then this can be used. But normally for the conformal, in this case, the conformal coating, wherever the conformal coating not required, that area need to be properly masked. And in nowadays, some of the conformal metal coating is available. Even if it is applied on the contact area, this can be removed by inserting the metal part. That type of conformal coating is also available. So we have done some trials with that from Hengel and Agnano. We have done some trial of this. Then the other one is using a robot. Robot in the sense there will be so many equipments are available. So where we can control the application, the amount of uh, material applied on the product by controlling the speed, opening the nozzles. So that we can do the selective coating on the product. So in this case, the masking is not a mandatory requirement. So with that process, we can get the accurate, repeatable thickness or uniformity on the product can be achieved. Nowadays, PVA 650 or PVA Delta 9, Nordson, Simtech board, Dell, JTU, and so many equipments are available. Here we have
Yes.
OMO line, like one-man operation line. So that means when the product is loaded into the conveyor, it will automatically the conformal coating will be applied on one side. It will be flip it and move to the second machine where the top side will be conformal coated. It will be moved to the inspection mechanism. Then it will move to the area where that it will be cured. That is the curing oven. So that's called an OMO line. So OMO line, we took it from Manda and JTU, and we have that line.
Wow.
And another mechanism is a vapor deposition. That's why I said that the parline coating. So the parline coating is again applied in the vacuum chamber and with wherever high reliable uh, uh, coating is required. But the one of the disadvantages of this parline coating is it cannot be reworked. That is one of the disadvantage of parline coating. So vapor
Mm.
deposition is another method of applying the conformal coating. So manual method, brushing, dipping, using an
Spraying.
equipment, selective equipment, spray equipment, or vapor deposition. This conformal coating can be applied.
And what kind of standards need to be followed in conformal coating?
Basically for the conformal coating IPC CC 830, that is a standard to be referred. Where in the standard the thickness requirement, what are the controls to be taken care before the conformal coating, everything is properly defined in the IPC CC 830. Then the basic industry standard like JSTD 001. It also talks about the requirement for conformal coating, the control to be taken before and during the conformal coating. Everything is written in JSTD 001. Then IPCS 610 gives the complete acceptance requirement of the once the conformal coating is done, how that can be accepted. What are the requirements for this? Everything is properly defined in IPCS 610. Then prior to the conformal coating, the cleaning need to be done properly on the product. So,
Mm.
in that case, IPC CH65, that's standard. That's the standard which need to be referred for that. Then another one is TM650 and ASTM D3359. These are the two standards where which it talks about uh, the adhesion. How we can ensure the conformal coating adhesion on
Addition.
the board. Yeah,
Mm.
that is properly defined in ASTM D3359 or IPCTM 650.
So these standards are defined based on application driven by certain market segments.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes, right, right.
Okay.
Exactly right. So these
So
standards are defined by so many experts from the global electronic manufacturing sectors. So they defined the standards, and for developing one of the standards, because it took so many approvals, so many review process,
yes.
before that, so many reliability tests need to be implemented. Whether this particular guideline is suited for that particular application, everything to be verified prior to releasing that particular IPC standards.
Oh, okay.
I'm also a
Excellent.
member of IPC Standard Development Committee.
Oh, you are. Oh, great. Excellent. Excellent. So before we apply the conformal coating, is cleaning or baking is needed for the product? And if it
Yes,
is needed, why you have to have that?
yes. So normally before the conformal coating, PCB need to be cleaned thoroughly because there are that since this is mainly for the electronic manufacturing, electronics product, right?
Yeah.
So for the electronics products, there will be so many flex residues. I mean, so because normally all the technicians are handling the product with by using gloves, like handling with gloves, then there may be certain contamination on the product. So it is a critical step to ensuring proper adhesion, level protection, or long-term performance of the coating. The cleaning is a mandatory requirement.
Okay.
So the cleaning will remove the contaminants like a flex residue, dust, oil, or fingerprints. It will remove that, and because this residues can cause delamination and bubbling, sometimes uniform coating because of this. And if there is any ionic contamination on the board, then it will lead to corrosion, like then dendritic growth or a leakage current under the coating. If you apply the conformal coating, it protect the electric circuit. But
Yeah.
if there is contamination on this, there will be a leakage current under the coating. So then the cleaning will ensure the coating performance. because like a uniform dust-free coating layer can be ensured only through um, proper cleanliness on the board. Then it will give the long-term reliability. Like it will reduce the risk of a coating failure because lifting, cracking, actually in the harsh environment, there may be so many failures like a lift, crack, that type of failures will happen. So this cleaning will improve, reduce this type of risk on this, and that will lead to the long-term reliability of the product.
Excellent,
So
excellent.
this cleaning and baking, yeah, the baking will
Baking.
remove the moisture. Baking will remove the moisture from the PCBs. As I mentioned earlier, this is the PCB and some of the components are highly hygroscopic, so it will absorb moisture from the normal environment. So this baking will remove the moisture from the product.
Yeah. Excellent, Mr. ANILRAJ. We are almost through the time now, 30 minutes, close to 30 minutes. And probably conformal coating is such a vast subject. Probably we can divide this into 2.0 or 3.0. We can continue our next part of conformal coating probably next week if that is okay with you. We can do as a conformal coating 2.0 because we are almost through now 30 minutes of our time. And I thanks to all the audience actually who have participated, who supported to watch this show for today. And this is normally 30 to 35 minutes talk show, so that we try to give if a subject like conformal coating exists, then it is not an easy subject to finish it in 30 minutes. But even it's not an easy subject to finish in 3 episodes, but we try to cover as much as overview of the main subject. And today's we covered pretty good, very overview and the important overview points of conformal coating. And thanks for the immense knowledge of Mr. ANILRAJ. And of course, we will come back with more interesting questions like, how we can ensure the cleanliness of the product, what is plasma cleaning, and what is the dyeing test and how it is done, and the addition test. There are so many, questions still exist on conformal coating. As I said, it's a vast subject. So thank you very much for your time, Mr. ANILRAJ, for today. So we will definitely welcome you to let's continue this 2.0 conformal coating subject next week on August 8th. So we will share the YouTube link, as well as we'll share the poster with all our audience in the next 1 or 2 days on this. Anything you want to relay, any message to our audience for today's show?
As today, I think we already said that the conformal coating is a vast subject. Yes. So the only point is conformal coating is mainly applied. Mainly it is applied for getting the to ensure the reliability of the product. So whoever is doing this particular activity, ensure that so all the controls are taken before the conformal coating process.
Okay. Thank you. So. Thank you very much, Mr. ANILRAJ, and have a wonderful weekend. And again, all the audience who watch this show, have a great rest of the weekend, and take care of your health, and God bless. We'll see you next week at the same time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.